What is up, everybody? It is your boy Harvey Studio. It's been, I think, over a year since I actually posted a full YouTube video. So today is the day. So today we are reacting to the most painful motorcycle crashes that's ever happened. So let's go ahead and get to the video.
These are some of the most painful motorcycle deaths I could find on the internet. Seriously, ladies and box heads, the last story on this list is just terrifying. And up first is the Ibis Alex Baez killing, where a simple highway road rage incident between a pickup truck and a motorcycle escalates into a brutal, devastating murder. Let me take you to the beginning. It's a typical April afternoon on the Long Island Expressway in New York. And down that highway, 29-year-old Ibis Alex Baez is riding his 2016 Kawasaki motorcycle. It's routine for him. He's on his way to work, helmet on, focused, doing exactly what he's done countless times before. Ibis is an HVAC installer.
You know what's crazy? You could do the same thing countless times and you would never know when something bad could happen. Like, for example, you know, you're just driving to work and you do it every day. And all of a sudden, a truck can come and hit you, and you won't be here the next day. It's kind of crazy to think. So just don't take advantage of things that you have. Don't take advantage of that. When you wake up that day, just remember you woke up. Some people didn't get that opportunity.
By the way, so just a regular, hard-working guy heading to a job site. His friends describe him as the kind of man who'd give you the shirt off his back, and apparently the best damn fisherman any of them had ever seen. A guy...
That fish is scary. That fish is scary, my boy.
He isn't doing anything reckless on that bike. He's simply on in his heart. He isn't racing. He isn't doing anything reckless on that bike. He's simply on his way to work. But on the road with the Ibis that afternoon is someone who is the complete opposite of calm. 64-year-old Brian Knoll behind the wheel of a Ford pickup.
You can tell this guy. You could just tell by looking at him. He's some grumpy old sack of shit, bro. You could tell. You could tell, bro. I'm sorry, but just look at him. Like, he's probably not happy with his life. And he just wants to just take it on someone else.
Truck. They're just two guys driving down the same expressway. But for whatever unknown reason, some negative tension appears between them. Maybe it's a dirty look, someone cuts the other off. Whatever it is, it ignites their road rage instantly. Brian angrily rolls down his window. Ibis looks over, and suddenly things get heated. Two men are screaming at each other as vehicles around them fly by at 70, 80 miles an hour. Ibis on his bike, exposed and vulnerable. Brian is in a massive truck towering beside him, and as the shouting escalates, it turns from your typical road rage incident to something far more serious. While Ibis rides alongside the truck, he allegedly reaches out and swipes his hand along Brian's side mirror.
I see that a lot with motorcycle drivers, especially like the content creators. Man, if you're beefing with a person that's inside of a vehicle, you're gonna get your mirror smacked. It's gonna happen.
Brian's face fills with rage. That small action sends him over the damn edge. He jerks his truck into Ibis's lane. Not enough to hit him, but enough to let Ibis know he could. Just a warning. But Brian doesn't stop there. He keeps doing it, darting in and out of Ibis's lane just inches from clipping his bike. A weird intimidation tactic on a highway full of cars. And every time the truck lunges toward him, Ibis has to quickly react, fighting to stay balanced on his bike. But neither of them are backing down. Brian snaps. There's no hesitation this time, no warning, no scare tactic. He cranks the wheel hard. The truck violently lunges sideways. Brian's pickup truck plows directly into Ibis's motorcycle with a brutal, deliberate strike. In a split second, everything changes. The bike jerks violently. Ibis is launched sideways, completely helpless. No time to scream. His helmet harshly smacks against
I'm telling you, this guy... Is it that deep for you to actually try to end someone's life?
The side of the truck. His Kawasaki motorcycle folds beneath the absolute crushing weight of the truck. The impact launches them both into the metal guardrail with horrifying speed. And then Brian doesn't pull his truck away. No, he doesn't stop. His truck pins Ibis right against the steel barrier, grinding his bones, crushing him and his bike there with crazy force as he continues to drive down the highway. As you can imagine, Ibis never stood a damn chance. No human being could survive the impact of thousands of pounds of that truck, trapping them against a guardrail. So within seconds, Ibis is dead. He would never make it to that HVAC job, never be able to be out on the open water fishing again, never able to see his family again. Not long after the impact, paramedics arrive and the police tape goes up around the crash site. Ibis Alex Baez is forever memorialized in that spot on the highway. Now you are probably wondering what happened to Brian. Just hours later, 64-year-old Brian Knoll is arrested and charged with second-degree murder. In court.
Oh, look at him. Look at him, bro.
64-year-old Brian Knoll is arrested and charged.
What the fuck? Can they at least warn me? Look at this guy. Yo, it looks like his contract's about to expire soon for his life. Like, honestly. He
charged with second-degree murder. In court, Knoll pleaded not guilty, with his lawyer describing the incident as an unfortunate accident that was caused by a motorcyclist who was operating his motorcycle in the most reckless of ways. Which, if you want my expert box opinion, is bullshit. Up next is the hit and drag incident.
So you're telling me he got to walk free? He was not guilty. Oh my gosh. Yo, hey. Sometimes, bro, the court of law, like the court is just the shit that they do and what they rule is stupid. Like,
where a speeding truck violently collides with two motorcycles head on, then drags their bodies against the ground without stopping. This story begins in Uttar Pradesh, a northern state of India. For some context, it's the...
I am not surprised because you know what? Y'all probably know this already. There's so much deaths in India when it comes to people driving. Or especially like driving motorcycles. I've heard it too much.
Early evening, traffic is light and the visibility is clear on a quiet road located near the city of Etah. Two motorcycles are casually cruising down the road, each with two...
I like the music. Hey, the music in there was just fire, man. Hold on. They low-key, they cooked with the music.
People on them. These guys are returning home after performing a sacred pilgrimage in another city not too far from Etah. Our story has 4 guys, 2 bikes, 1 road. They ride steadily in their own lane. But then far down the road, something massive appears. A large commercial truck. At first, it's just a shape in the distance, driving towards them in the opposite lane. Yet as it came closer, something about it felt off. It's moving too fast. Way too fast for such a huge vehicle. The motorcyclists think nothing of it. The truck will just drive by them. If only that were the case. Without warning, the truck swerves. Not a minor drift or a slight correction. A violent, horrifying lunge straight across the center line. Straight at them. The riders have no time to react. This truck doesn't just graze them or clip their bikes. It obliterates both the motorcycles head on. The impact is insane. A massive collision that echoes across the road. But what comes next is even worse. Because the truck doesn't stop. Not even for a second. Instead,
you can see... No, that's fucked up. No, that's just messed up. Yo. How... Okay, my question is... So... They all see the truck. The truck sees them, right? What? So the truck did not try to move? Look, I knew he tried to swerve, but did he try to swerve into them?
Down the road, dragging the wreckage and the victims beneath its massive tires. The men are crushed instantly, their bodies grinding against the coarse pavement as the truck drags them down the road. Their helmets shatter, limbs twist, bones break under the crushing weight. The sound is horrifying.
All right, this guy is just he's putting some detail into it.
Scraping metal, tearing flesh. A trail forms behind the truck. A gruesome mixture of blood, flesh, and what remains of the motorcycles. Bright red streaks stain the road in long smears. The truck drags the victims for over 100 feet before the driver finally slams on the brakes. The vehicle screeches to a sudden halt. Only then does the driver climb out. He turns to look behind.
Bro, how did you not do this shit earlier, man? how did you not do this? Okay, did this guy survive? No, he didn't. No, they're all dead, right? No, but how come they got X's in their eyes and this guy just got his eyes? I don't know.
Behind the truck, and what he sees is a scene of pure horror. 3 men dead, their bloody remains scattered from the point of impact all the way to the truck's final stopping place. One rider somehow miraculously still
I see. I said it. I called it. See, I'm telling you, his eyes weren't X'd out.
alive, but barely. His body is mangled, his breaths shallow and slow. He is clinging to life by the thinnest thread imaginable. The driver stands there for just a moment, just long enough to understand the magnitude of what he has just done, and then he runs, turns around and bolts in the opposite direction, sprinting away from the brutal.
So you're telling me this nigga just decided to leave what he just done? He's like, no, I'm not gonna, take fault of it. I'm not gonna take accountability. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run the opposite direction and never turn back. This guy is a dickhead.
Scene that he created. No attempt to help, no call for assistance, no remorse. Yep, just runs away. A desperate escape from the absolute carnage he left behind. Thankfully, the driver was eventually caught and arrested after a police manhunt. The surviving victim was sent to a local hospital in critical condition. What a miracle to have survived such a brutal, unforgiving.
He survived. Damn.
Next, we have the Phuket motorbike disaster, where a Russian man loses control of his motorcycle and slams so hard into a streetlight that the aftermath just might make you sick. Let me take you to one of the world's most popular vacation spots, Phuket, Thailand. Blue water, beach bars, tropical nightlife. But unfortunately, we aren't here to vacation. In Phuket, there is a road that is known for the deadliest crashes in the world. It's past midnight on April 1st, and no, this is not an April Fool's prank. The night starts pretty normally, and a 43-year-old Russian tourist, a man known as a skilled rider, decides for whatever reason that he wants to go for a midnight ride. He had rented a Honda Forza two-wheeler, a powerful, heavy bike. He fires it up and rolls onto the main road. First it's smooth, then it's fast, then it's too fast. He isn't just speeding, he is tearing down this road at crazy speeds.
Why are you doing that, man?
And ladies and box heads, your boy Box know how to tear some things down at crazy speeds too.
Okay.
Anyways, the engine roars through the quiet street. He pushes harder, leaning lower, moving even quicker. Ahead of him is a curve, not just a gentle bend. No, it's a sharp, deceptive, dangerous curve. He approaches this curve at a speed that gives him no time and no chance to react. No amount of confidence or skill that he has will be able to help him. As he attempts to take the curve, he completely loses control over the bike. The tires skid beneath him and he desperately swerves across the road. And then, bam! A massive collision.
How are you that fucking stupid? I'm sorry, but how are you that stupid? Some people just don't care about losing their lives. Like I honestly feel like they're just stupid. I feel like they don't care about what's gonna happen. Especially the older people. If you're like in your 20s or like in your 30s, even 40s, I feel like bro, you actually should care. Especially even if you have children. But this guy, I don't know.
He slams full force into a streetlight, the impact so violent it echoes across the empty road like a damn bomb going off. And just a warning, the aftermath is where the nightmare of this accident truly begins. The crash was so brutal, so shockingly powerful that the man's body was literally torn in half during the impact. His lower body...
Yo, no. That guy had to be going like 300. No. What's the fastest you can go? Because he had to be going to the... Hey, how the fuck did your body get cut in half?
He remains crumpled at the base of the streetlight, all limp and twisted. His upper half is hurled more than 60 feet away.
Hold on. This sounds stupid, but imagine they say he survived. Nah, look, hear me out. Look, I'm just saying, if they were to say he survived, I am ending the video. Like, I would be ending the video and saying, I'm gonna go do the same thing.
Flung through the air like a rag doll before slamming onto the concrete. Blood pours across the road in thick, dark red pools. Pieces of small, torn flesh are scattered across the pavement like pieces of confetti. Fragments of the motorbike are everywhere. Shattered plastics, bent metal, twisted wiring. The entire scene looks like the aftermath of an explosion rather than a motorcycle crash. His body is mangled far beyond recognition.
Crazy thing is, I could just picture it. Not animation, but real life. Because some humans are just that stupid and incompetent that people actually do this. We probably have someone doing this shit right now. We probably have someone driving on a highway going 300 or 200 miles per hour right now as we speak, or as you guys watch this video.
There is no face, no identity left to see. And let me get this straight, ladies and box heads. The only reason the authorities could confirm who he was, it was because his phone, somehow untouched after the destruction, laid on the ground, still lit up, displaying Russian text on the screen.
I did see the phone there. I'm like, so yeah, I did see the phone there. I'm like, okay, I'm guessing his phone survived, which it did.
Guys, this video single-handedly will be the reason why you will never see my box head ass on a motorcycle. Our next story is a decapitation, where a seemingly typical motorcycle crash results in a terrifying decapitation and massive fire.
Oh my gosh.
Story again.
I'm guessing his head went through that thing that we just saw. You know what I mean.
And takes place in Thailand, on another stretch of dangerous roadway in the Doi Saket district of Chiang Mai. It all begins with a 33-year-old rider on a large sport bike, one powerful and capable enough of hitting extreme speeds. The day is brutally hot, a kind of humid, suffocating heat that makes you wish it were winter. The man is sweating bullets in his helmet. He leans forward, gripping the handlebars and feeling the hot air against his body. He picks up speed a little bit more, a little bit more. Wait, real quick, I made that sound over dramatic. My bad. Cars blur past him as he weaves between them. He's not reckless, not exactly. He tries to stay cautious. He threads through the traffic, switching and out of the lane.
Nah, but going that fast is not cautious. I'm sorry. You have nothing to say here. He's just doing absolute stupidity. There's no cautiousness here. If you're going that fucking fast, y'all can agree with me.
Smoothly. Then the road ahead begins to curve. A sharp, vicious curve.
There we go.
Another one of Thailand's infamous bends. Seriously, what is it with this country?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. Shouldn't you know if the street's curving or something? Like you shouldn't know. You gotta know, right? And especially even if you drove on this road before, you should probably know. And another thing too, are you guys using like Google Maps? Like I don't know, or I generally don't know how they don't see this curve. Like
these deadly corners, but he approaches it too fast, much too fast. The front wheel twitches just once before the entire motorcycle jerks violently sideways. The rider loses control instantly. The tires screech. It veers right off the main roadway. There's no time to brake, not even time to breathe.
And I'm guessing he's getting decapitated by this thing right here.
Split second of pure terror and helplessness. Then bang! The impact is catastrophic. Yep. The rider slams directly into a steel barrier with such unimaginable force that it severs his head cleanly from his body on contact. His helmeted head bounces and rolls down the asphalt, leaving a trail of blood behind it. His lifeless body crumples where it struck the barrier.
Imagine the people who actually saw this that were in their cars, man. They were probably like, what the fuck did I just witness? If I was in a car and I just see someone in their motorcycle going so fast, and next thing you know, I see their body just slam into a wall or something, and next thing you know, I just see a whole bunch of blood, that shit's gonna be stuck in my head. I think I'll be traumatized for like the rest of my life. Yo.
Yeah, he's dead immediately. Blood gushes on the hot pavement.
Well, no shit.
Steaming under the strong sun. And that battered, crushed, and twisted motorcycle skids a few feet ahead before settling over on its side. For just a moment, everything is eerily still. Then the bike erupts into flames. An intense fire engulfs it, growing stronger because of the leaking fuel and heat of the summer day. In seconds, the flames devour the wreckage and send thick, black smoke spiraling into the sky. By the time rescue workers arrive, the scene looks like something from a horror movie. A mangled, headless body lying in a pool of blood.
Damn, bro, that's
the head itself, with the helmet still on, rolled away. And the wreckage is still intensely burning. The responders move fast, using chemical extinguishers to control the fire and evaluate the horrific scene. All it took was a second without control to take this man's life.
All right, YouTube, that was it for today. Appreciate y'all tuning in and stuff. Let me know in the comments if you will ever ride a motorcycle, because you know, who knows, you could end up like these guys. So yeah, rest in peace to everybody that lost their life in this video, man. It's been your boy Harvey Studio. I'm out.